Hello guys, what's going on? It's episode 147 of this Burnley career mode for FIFA 18 as we finished our final season off, and we're going into the final game of December as we play Southampton at St Mary's, and then we go into the new year. On the 4th of January we play Huddersfield Town, and that will be our second game. So it's to St Mary's we go for the final game of the season 2019. The final match of the calendar year, and we play Southampton, who are in 12th place at the moment, looking to get away from that rat race at the bottom of the Premier League. We're a point ahead going into this game, knowing that Chelsea and Everton are right up our backsides at the moment, so it's important that we should not lose. But as it turned out, it wasn't a particularly great day, as you'll see right now. Well, here we are at St Mary's for a big game. Burnley 1 point clear, as you can see at the top of the Premier League, with Chelsea, Everton and Arsenal all catching the chasing pack. Southampton down in the bottom half of the table, need points for different reasons to stay up for potential relegation. Don't fight. Well, Burnley have got the best away record, played 9, won 7, drawn 9, lost 2, 21 points accumulated over those games, off a terrific away record, and there is a good reason why they're doing well at the top of the league. They face the Southampton side with Alex McCarthy in goals. Then it's Lennes, Gardos, Yoshida and Solskjaer back four. Kaeti and Romero will play as the two holding midfielders, with Folk Jensen, Tadic and Moreno further forward in midfield, and Charlie Austin, the former Burnley man, will play up top. The likes of Fraser Forster and Shane Long amongst the substitutes to this afternoon. There's the Burnley lineup. Tom Heaton, and who else in goal? Then it's Trippier, me, PK and Robertson across the back. Gray, Hughes, Davis, Schürrle, the midfield quartet. And Ings and Tammy Abraham getting a nod up front. So Mario Balotelli drops to the bench alongside Bojan and Wayne Rooney. Stutzy just shuffles his pack a little bit with some games coming up. The next one against Huddersfield. The referee today, Graham Scott of Oxfordshire. So it's Tammy Abraham of Burnley to get us underway. Burnley in claret and blue, Southampton in red and white. Great. Just the pace of the ball, the zip of the ball just beat Ings to it. Now Folk Jensen takes it up, looking for Austin, but Tom Davis cuts that out. He's had a good season in the midfield, Tom Davis. Shell gets a second bite, plays it in towards Will Hughes, who shoots wide. It will be difficult, ball will sit. Very greasy top here at St Mary's this afternoon. Burnley, who were 6 points behind Everton at one stage during the first half of the season, now back a point ahead going into these fixtures. But anything other than a win, and they won't be guaranteed to be top by the end of today. Tadic. Moreno away from the defenders, and quite an acrobatic save there by Burnley's Tom Heaton. Very good goalkeeping there. Schürrle to Ings. He starts a break on the right, but Solskjaer got that one out. Tadic to Moreno to Solskjaer again. Good tackle there by Will Hughes at the expense of a throw-in. No. Romeo. Solskjaer again. Too close to Heaton this time. It's a pro 4 out from the Burnley captain. Will lead to anything? No, this is Schürrle. The Saints go marching in is the cry from a good three sections of St Mary's. Trippier, good surging run. His cross lacked a little bit of conviction. Time for a goal kick. Coincidentally, Southampton have to go to Everton next up. It'll be a tough little trip for them. One of Burnley's 2 away defeats have come at Goodison Park. So it's not a foregone conclusion for Southampton. Struggling at the wrong end of the table. Austin. Away from 2. Charlie Austin against his old club. That's a good tackle. Nothing wrong with that one at all. Robertson won the ball fairly and squarely, according to the referee. Now Dusan Chadic. Near cross there, did well. Or did he? Well, Ben Mee has been penalised. Was it in or out? That has to be the question. Referee's booking Ben Mee. I did feel he got the ball now. What's he giving here? I can't tell whether he's giving a penalty or not. It was right on the edge. Well, if he's giving a penalty, I think Ben Mee can find himself highly unlucky. In fact, it's a free kick right on the edge. I have to say, it did look, well, from the replay, it did look more of a case for a penalty. It's Tadic over this one. 3-man Burnley wall erected. In fact, it's not. It's going to be Linus to take it. Out to Romeo. Strikes it. And hooked away by, first of all, Andre Gray and then Tammy Abraham. Now Gray. Purpose man forward, and he's taking them all on. This would be some brilliant goal if he could do it on the break. Good save by McCarthy. Coming up towards half an hour gone. Davis with his back. Looking for Shearer. Right across as well. From that free kick, things started to happen all of a sudden there for Burnley. Robertson's throw a little bit wasted. Tadic. Chiati. Now Austin. PK to meet him. Problems here off the post. Well, Burnley here living on their coattails there a little bit. Moreno. Again, a good save this time from Eaton. Burnley having a dicey period here for a second. Moreno with the shot after the initial effort. Come back off the crossbar. And all of a sudden, Southampton, who find themselves in the bottom half of the table, have a corner now, which they attack. Off the line almost virtually there by PK. Then the shot back in, too close to Tom Heaton in the end. We're relieved to see that little attack peter out. Now Tom Davis. Burnley tried to charge out themselves. Here's a chance now for Tammy Abraham. Big chance for him. And he's hit it over. Well, that would have been a perfect way to strike right on the last few seconds of half time. Beat the goalkeeper, but blazed it over. Well, you can't say both teams haven't had chances, because they both had chances. None has been taken. Both goalkeepers, Hooker by Crook, have got clean sheets to their name. Ings has been penalised. That's a strange decision, that one. Burnley fans didn't like that. 2,500 of them have made the long journey south from Lancashire. Austin. Oh, Robertson again slid in, took the risk, but he felt the risk was worthwhile, and so it proved. This is PK. For Ings, said he can't get there. And there goes the half-time whistle, signified by Mr. Scott, the referee. Well, both teams have had chances. Burnley have come closest through Tammy Abraham. The best chance went to Southampton when they hit the crossbar. But at half-time here at St Mary's, it's frustration for the league leaders against Southampton. Half-time, Southampton 0, Burnley 0. Welcome back to the second half then. News of a substitution for Southampton, which we'll bring you up to date with in a second. Off goes Tadic, and Lamina will come on now for Southampton. But as things stand at the moment with the other score lines, Chelsea winning as it stands. Burnley will be off the top of the Premier League unless they can get 3 points today, and they might just go the right way of doing so. Abraham now, big chance for him, saved by McCarthy, and then Ings couldn't get on the rebound. And here comes the substitute, Lamina. Here's Charlie Austin. Hughes, Trippier, Ings, goes pirouette, Davis, he's got Schürrle in behind, it's Andre Schürrle, stabbed it goalwards, and then it's made a very game effort, although you could say you could have said half appeals for a penalty there. Burnley take on Huddersfield in our second match in the episode. It's coming up later, but this is Bolt Jensen. Oh, he took on PK, did him for pace, and in the end found Tom Heaton too big an obstacle. Gray, not good enough. Chiatti, Lamina, still deadlock here at St Mary's. Lamina, a little deflection, goalkeeper couldn't pick it up, or decided not to pick it up, couldn't take the gamble. Ishida coming off for Southampton, and Mukaleri coming on. Second change of 3. Still 0-0. It was carelessly booted out of play. Hughes. Danny Ings, well, it's as if he was being fouled there. Here's Hughes. Oh, Robert Austin. And Austin had scored, but should there have been a foul on the Burnley player in the build-up? Well, Charlie Austin won't care one. Jelly scored against his old club. But Burnley will be furious at that, because it looked as if Ings was being completely tripped there. The ball was lost. Austin beat Benme so easily. Heaton beaten, and it just sneaks in off the underside of the crossbar. So Burnley will feel like the double whammy has hit them. First of all, the potential of a free kick, a clear free kick for a foul on Ings, and then Austin's goal with an element of luck about it gives Southampton the lead. And the league leaders this morning find themselves a goal down, and maybe a 3-point gap. A deficit at the top of the Premier League looms large for them unless they can get their act together. Here's Davis. Yes! 1-1. Now that's the positive, the most positive way to react to going a goal down in the most unfortunate of ways. Burnley have got their act together. Good ball in. Davis by the penalty spot. Tucks this away under McCarthy, who's probably a little slow getting down, but still good accurate shot there by Davis, and the Clarets are right back in this contest. 6th of the season for Davis. It brings the scoreline now to 1-1, and Southampton, or St Mary's I should say, who the stadium was buzzing with excitement after Austin's goal. Well, now it's back to silence again. Burnley now have just over 15 minutes to try and win this game, but here's Solch with a similar ambition for Southampton, who need the points for other reasons. Moreno stabbing it forward. Ings and Romeo battling well. Still 1-1. Moreno. Well, the deflection favoured Austin, but PK got there first. Bolt Jensen. Chiatti. Lamina. If it stays this way, it'll be Burnley's first away draw of the season. Came into this with the best away record in the Premier League. Now Trippier. He's making a good break there, and he's been found 12-2, and then Ings couldn't play the through ball. Abraham battling well. Mikaleri gets it away. Solch is away for Southampton. Lamina. 5 minutes left to play. Hughes nips in well. Ings is there. Brings Gray into it. A bit of space for Gray to run into. Good tackle there by Solch. I have to say he hasn't put a foot wrong, the Southampton left back. Moreno. The goal now would win it for either one of these sides, and it's gone to the back post. It's gone in. Oh, it's a goal for Southampton. 2-1, and late heartbreak for the Clarets. St Mary's goes absolutely mad. A deep cross, and Tom Heaton will be annoyed with himself for that. Folk Jensen's header. I suppose he did the right thing there, heading it down, made it so difficult for the keeper, but you don't expect Tom Heaton of his calibre to get beaten at the near post. Jensen's first of the season, and it's come against the Clarets. It's a great result for Southampton, battling to stave off relegation. As the whistle goes for the end of the game, Burnley slipped to their third away defeat of the season, beaten here 2-1. Charlie Austin putting the Clarets in front, then Tom Davis equalising, and then right at the end, Folk Jensen's header with virtually the last kick of the game confines the Clarets to another defeat on the road. Final score here on a disappointing afternoon at St Mary's. It's finished up Southampton 2, Burnley 1. Yes, it was bitterly disappointing, and well, we're back down to third because Everton and Chelsea took advantage and won their games. So we now drop to third, but with a 3-point cushion ahead of Huddersfield in fourth place, who we're playing next up. But Southampton up to 13th now, 24 points, 9 above the drop zone, and that should ease some worries at the moment for all the Saints. Important 3 points for them, but late disappointment there for us, really, because I felt we done enough to at least earn a point from the game, but it wasn't to be. So the turn of the year approaches. We're still in a very decent position now, third place, and we're still very much still in the title race. I mean, you're only 2 points behind. It's not a bad position to be in, and if we could get 3 points in our next match against Huddersfield, who are in fourth place, it's third against fourth, and it's between two teams that usually in real life you wouldn't expect to be battling for the top 4 in a Champions League place, but that's the way we found it. In this game, of course, this is virtual. It's a virtual game, so you're going to have a bit of fantasy thrown in. This was a fantasy game. Third against fourth, Huddersfield, the visitors. And we were determined to put those wrongs right. And, of course, get back in the title race. But remember, we're 2 points behind. And if we could get a victory over Huddersfield, it would really open up that 3-horse race once again. So let's get over to the turf in what was a very crucial match as third place Clarets take on our visitors fourth place Huddersfield Town. Well, welcome along to Turf Moor. Burnley looking to get back from that late heartbreak against Southampton a couple of days ago, their first match in the new year, and it comes against a team who are surprising everybody in fourth place at the moment, 3 points behind the Clarets, Huddersfield Town, who are above Arsenal in the table. It's a remarkable run that David Wagner's side are on right now, which is not going to be easy for Burnley, who really do need the 3 points and other results to get them right back up the top of that table. They make one change. Tom Heaton starts in goal. Trippier, PK and Robertson keep their places at the back. Gray, Hughes, Davis and Scheller also keep their places. But there's one change, and that's up top. Ings up front, and Balotelli replaces Tammy Abraham, who drops to the bench. Pressure on Stutzy's men to really perform here this afternoon, considering the defeat at Southampton. Huddersfield have been performing excellent. Have Didelin in goal, then Maeda, Schindler, Jorgensen and Lovra. Monkuit and Billing, the two holding midfielders. Then Goodmanson, the ex-Burnley man. Payne and Boyd, the midfield three. And Esteban up front. Aaron Moy, De Potra and Naki Wells, formerly of the Clarets, all amongst the substitutes this afternoon. Referee for this intriguing third against fourth is Bobby Madley, and we're just about ready for the start. So it's Huddersfield to get us away in their striped, blue and white striped shirts. Burnley, as I say, need I tell you, in fact, in claret and blue. Burnley going to the right in this first half, Huddersfield to the left. Here's Oscar Esteban to Sam Billing, or to Philip Billing I should say. Here's Payne. Good tackle there by Hughes. It's a testament to how Huddersfield have performed this season, that they're actually in with half a shot of a Champions League place with 32 points. They only needed number 8 to stave off being involved in a relegation scrap, and they're already on the break already with Payne and the shot coming in at the near post. And Tom Eaton in the first 7 minutes having to work very hard to keep the clean sheet intact. That might have just been sneaking in at that near post. Burnley here just a little bit on edge at the moment. Goodmanson's corner. Header one. Oof. Well, a few sharp intakes of breath and almost a cheer at the other end of the ground. Not sure whether that was dipping in. Tom Heaton couldn't be certain. Huddersfield forced their second corner in succession. Here's Goodmanson again to take it. A little deeper this time. Oh! Again, the header was won. Burnley do not look comfortable at all from these Huddersfield set pieces, and he got up between two defenders there. On another day, that sails in. As it happens, it's a goal kick, but 10 minutes gone, Huddersfield have had the first two big opportunities of the match. Mee to Gray. Oh, beautifully through the legs to Danny Ings. That was superbly done. And he's got a bit of space here. With chance here for Burnley. Ings! That's a goal! Danny Ings punishes Huddersfield for those two missed chances, a minute or two back. And Burnley go in front. Balotelli took two Huddersfield players out again, which enabled Ings to go into acres of space. And once he got one-on-one with the goalkeeper, there was little or no doubt at all he was going to finish that off with the consummate of ease. Burnley have scored just when they needed it most. Ings is now on to 11 league goals for the season. And Huddersfield and David Wagner will be kicking themselves for those two missed chances they had just before Burnley broke out and scored. Here's Oscar Estepanian straight into the path of well, he's made a bit of a meal of that. And Hughes has been booked off the ball incident here. Bobby Madley must have been more eagle-eyed than I was. Well, what happened here? Well, there's no contact whatsoever. I think that's a strange decision from Bobby Madley. Strange personally to give the free kick, but even stranger still to give the yellow card. Hughes did absolutely next to nothing wrong there. I find that amazing. So Huddersfield have got a free kick, in my opinion, under very false pretences. Here's the free kick thrown in, and Burnley to get it away. Now this time Hughes, who was robbed of a chance to break a moment or two ago because of the referee's stupidity, has the chance to do it again. And here's Ings, just couldn't shake off the defender Schindler, but it yields Burnley a throw-in. Oh, that was poor from Danny Ings. He's hit it straight at Hughes, and that might just work out favourably here for the Clarets. Balotelli, good save by Didelin. That's pretty well first time snapshot there from Balotelli. Now Goodmanson Back to Oscar, back to Goodmanson again. Good tackle there by his former teammate Ben Mee. Now Davis. Hughes. Carrying the ball well. Doing really well here, Hughes. He's done really well. Well, Hughes! Oh, unlucky. How close can you get? Hit the inside of the post and then ricocheted out again. That was really unlucky. Here's Trippier from the throw. Yells the corner. Let's have a look at that opportunity again. He created it for himself. He hit this so well. The keeper's grasping at thin air. And look at that. Hits the inside of the post and bounces away. How unlucky can you get? Demarai Gray with the corner. Flick on and wide. Ben Mee got the header. It's Burnley's turn to threaten from a set play. And it wasn't troubling the goalkeeper or his back line. So 29 minutes gone here. It's coming up towards half an hour gone here at Turf Moor actually, and it's 1-0 to the Clarets. A goal on 12 minutes by Danny Ings. But Huddersfield have had chances in this match and could have scored themselves. Robinson chasing this one. Oh, mistake here. A chance for Oscar. Straight in the arms of Tom Heaton. Getting careless from Burnley. Andy Robertson this time guilty of a loose ball. And another loose ball there by Demarai Gray picked up. Gray. Straight to Philip Billing. Well, maybe one up, but Huddersfield can sense blood. Here's Oscar. Good save by Tom Heaton, and then he's off limits again. Oscar gets there first. And Robertson trying to win the tackle, but he can't. Goodmanson. And Davis got in there sharply to snuff out any potential danger there for the Clarets. Ings. Balotelli. Good pirouette in there. Has he got the pace? He just about has. Oh, he's hit the post. And Burnley, would you believe, have hit both posts in the same half. And they're still not done yet. Ings. Shot deflected away this time. And Huddersfield see the ball out. But here's Balotelli again. Lovro with the tackle. And the referee brings a terrific first half to a close. Burnley created, have hit the post twice, but Lee, thanks to a 12-minute goal from Danny Ings. Huddersfield have had 2 or 3 golden opportunities, but haven't been able to take them. And at half-time, the third-place side Burnley lead the fourth-place side Huddersfield by 1-0. Welcome back to Turf Moor, where there's not been any substitutions made. It's as you were, the same 22 that started the first half are back out for the second. Burnley attacking the goal to our left with Davis. And pushed away by the goalkeeper. Will it go for a corner? It will. As we see the Balotelli chance. It's easier to score than to miss. Goalkeeper was swapping at thin air. That was right at the death of the first half. Gray's corner. PK was jumping. Davis with a shot. 2-0. Burnley go 2-0 ahead. Tom Davis. And Turf Moor rejoices. Gray's corner. PK jumping. In fact, it was a good header back by PK. And Tom Davis with his faithful right foot lashes it in past the goalkeeper's dive. And Burnley have a 2-goal lead. Well, that's put them back on track in the Premier League title race. Davis' 7th league goal of the season. And what a crucial one that could be. 2-0 Burnley. Well, there was a little bit of disarray in the camp after that Southampton defeat. Burnley have shrugged all that off now, and some now as Balotelli looks to get on the end of that attempted through ball by Ings. Huddersfield, to their credit, have played gallantly, but they've just come up against the Burnley side who have just been wounded by a defeat against Southampton. As Davies goes in again and almost making it 3. Here's Payne. Away from me. Away from Robertson. Here's Payne. And Oscar hits the crossbar. Boy, side netting. Closest Huddersfield have come. Payne off. It looks like Aaron Moy has come on. Now then, Tom Heaton. Talk about Martinez moving away. Well, I'm sure it will be at the forefront of every Burnley fan's mind at the moment, because it's their team. They're more interested in their team and how they're performing. They're 2-0 up, but it's not been a convincing performance by any stretch of the imagination, but they're getting the job done here. And here's Tom's Variabis again, another inspired run, but Tidelian with a good save there, getting down to his left hand side. Getting down to his right hand side as we look from the gantry. This is Sherlock. Burnley's next game is against Wolves. You'll be able to see that's the first game in the next episode. Here's Sherlock now. Oh, what a save. And behind for a corner. Burnley about to make a substitution. Stephen Defoe about to come on as Ferry replaces Philip Billing. Damari Gray. Well, I suppose with Wolves away in 2 days, Stutzy needs him fit and up and at him. And so Stephen Defoe, the Belgian, comes on for the remainder. Me! Straight into the arms of Tidelian. It's a cheap throw for Huddersfield to concede. This is Balotelli. This is Andre Schürrle. And this is Kieran Trippier. Defoe was lurking in the middle. Quarter of an hour to go. It might be no points for Huddersfield today, but they've got another chance at home against West Ham in a couple of days to put things right there against Slaven Bilic's men. Ings. Davis. Schürrle reneged because of space. Oh, he's created a big chance for himself now. Schürrle off the keeper, and it's number 3. Game, set and match. Burnley with 10 minutes to go. 3-0 they lead. All his own work, the German. Got the ball. He didn't track him here. Watch that. Away from the defender and finished it off through the goalkeeper's legs. Goalkeeper who's actually played really well today. Well, that's certainly a blot on his copybook. And we hear Schürrle is about to be substituted as well. Wayne Rooney will come on, but Schürrle clocks up his 3rd of the season. And Burnley have their 3rd. As they finish with a real flourish now. 9 minutes left. And here comes the evergreen Wayne Rooney. And the Burnley fans are right up for it now. And all them troubles they had at Southampton, all a distant memory. And Ings dispossessing. And there's a counter-attack here for Burnley. Things, he just didn't have the steam. Oh, Rooney in very strongly there. Referee allowing it to go. Oh, you take the competitive edge out of Wayne Rooney, you don't have a competitive edge at all. And here is Rooney. Oh, he's going all the way. Rooney! Straight at the goalkeeper. His finishing wasn't as crisp as we come to expect from him down the years. Last minute of the game, Burnley home and hose now against this very spirited Huddersfield side who are really performing above all expectations. Fourth in the league going into this game. We're just finding this one probably a little bit of a step too far as Balotelli makes the break. Well stopped there by the defender. And that, in fact, is the final act of the game. But it's a game that's been won by Burnley by 3-0. But again, they didn't make it easy for themselves. Leading 1-0 thanks to Ings' 12-minute goal. Huddersfield had a chance to make it 1-1 when they hit the crossbar. And then Tom Davis saddled the nerves with the second one. And then at the end, 10 minutes from the end, Sherlock made it absolute with goal number 3. Underneath the goalkeeper's legs, and Burnley now back in title contention. Final score then, Burnley 3, Huddersfield Town 0. Well, as you saw there, a comfortable win, and we're adding to our squad now. Ruben Loftus-Cheek we're in negotiations with, and and the current value is 11 million. So we put, which did we bid there? We put what he's worth in. Obviously, Roy Hodgson, who we're negotiating, and they wanted a 10% on value or something or other, but well, we accept the offer. Now we go to the cutscene where we sign his contract. Obviously, we've lowered the average age down. We've done really well to get the squad we've got already. Loftus-Cheek's still a long way to go in his development, but 77 rated at 23 years old. He's not a bad investment at all for 11 million quid. We give him a 4-year deal. We give him a long-term deal anyway. We sign Loftus-Cheek then, and I forget the wage. We went very quickly there, I have to say, but we've got him now, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, and it's a great piece of business, and I'm absolutely delighted about that. Anyway, that's the situation at the moment. I'm in one there, but we're still 2 points behind Everton, but we're now above Chelsea on goal difference, so we've improved a place from last time round when we started top and then went down to third, and now we've improved to the second place. So that's a great sign there as regards the league at the moment. For some reason, we're looking at the International Challenge Cup. The Carabao competition, we're already in the semi-finals. That's coming up, I think, in the next episode. And then there's the FA Cup as well coming up. But that's the situation. And I'm quite pleased to see that is the case at the moment. So, very pleased. Spurs in 8th place. I think Bournemouth are at the bottom at the moment, with Birmingham and Leicester in the bottom 3. So that's important. So 2 more games coming up. Another 2 to 3 games coming your way in a minute as we go to the cutscene. There's me, my alter ego, and Ruben Loftus-Cheek there parading towards the main press. £11.3 million I think is a very good deal, considering that Loftus-Cheek is 77 rated and he's 23 years old. I think that's an absolute steal for the money we paid. So I think that's probably one of our better deals that we've done, and there's still going to be money left in there to get another couple of players over the line. And we had a few players in mind actually, Emmanuel Dennis and Justin Clivert being just 2 of them, and we were in the market for both those players. So we'd have to find out whether we got them in later episodes. But that brings us to the end of episode 147. A real mixed bag, a tough defeat against Southampton, but a brilliant victory over Huddersfield, who actually played very well. Huddersfield's still in 6th place, as you should see. But join us for episode 148, where we've got some cup games as well to come against Wolves and Derby. So join us for that if you can. Plus Manchester City as well, I think, in the semis. Until then, take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye.